All right, so check it out. Right here. I mean, it's just the same as usual, the typical thing with 2K, where the AI is cheesing, right? And they have these scenarios where uh, their intent is to help the computer score. All right, so now my guys are standing here, and even though we have a guy that's right in the position he needs to be in order to defend his layup attempt from happening, you're gonna see where it seems like he's gonna try to move towards the computer to cut him off 2 different times, and basically the AI is gonna hold my computer in one spot. All right, because the whole point of this the scenario was to get computer the easy point by forcing my computer to just actually sit there and watch the shit happen. All right, so check it out. And the guy I'm referring to right here is 18. Look at 18. All right, he's just standing there. But watch. Boom. Right there, he stopped. Let's take it back. He was turning towards him, and he stopped when it looked like he was going to move. Boom, he stopped right there. Now, as he's going to make another attempt to try to sort of run towards him to cut him off, and he's going to stop again. Check it out. You see it? Do you see what I'm saying? Check it out. Look at it from this angle. Boom. They erect these force fields, these invisible barriers all throughout the game when they have a certain point, when they have a certain thing that the AI wants to happen. Shit like this occurs. All right, where you're forced to sit there idly by and just watch computer get an easy bucket on your head. All right, sometimes they'll do it to you, where you would be guarding or you would be standing in a particular spot and you will see computer getting ready to do something to make a cut, or they're about to get a wide open three and you will try to chase it down, and the AI will basically prevent you from making a fluent stride from where you're standing to get to computer and to throw the shot off or to block it. All right, they control the game in that way where they're basically just hopping in. It's like divine intervention. They're just arbitrarily determining what can and cannot happen, what will and will not happen at any moment. That's how 2K's AI works. It's been that way since around about, I want to say, to me, it became more clear and obvious at 18. 2K18 is when, it became like, wow, that's unbelievable. Where it started to, really look like, first of all, it really became a major thing in 2K16. But I want to say in 2K18, that is around about the time that is the one where it was just like completely fleshed out by the AI, scripting the games and determining what can and cannot happen. And they have these entire narratives, and it's just like too much of it is under the mercy of the AI. It has way too much control. I get and understand it to a degree that you have to kind of tinker with it again a bit, but they don't have to. It's just that out of laziness they do it, and I could get it to a degree. But with 2K 18 and really 19 is when they really ramped it up, and it was just basically all controlled by the AI, damn near. Is way over the top. It's way over the top. Stuff like this definitely should not be happening. In a situation like this is what I mean when I say the AI should not. It has too much control. It's controlling things that it should not have the ability to control or influence. All right, something like this, the AI should not be in the way doing this. All right, that should not be happening. 2 times you could see he tried to break. Matter of fact, let's play in a regular speed. 1, 2. There's 2 times where he tried to break off to cut the man off or to defend the shot, and both times the AI stood him still. All right, because it was a predetermined bucket, or at the moment it was like, okay, part to C, open up for him to get to the lane. Computer needs to get a point. All right, because for a nice little stretch, computer was just stuck on like 6 points. It was 24-6. We were up 24-6, and then they just gave computer this 3 or 4 possession run out of the blue, where it's like you couldn't do anything about it because they were trying to thrust them back into the game. All right, because we're taking off on them early in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? And they understand you could just blow the computer out by 50 to 100 points every game, which is what I do. I beat computer's ass by about 50 plus every game. On a bad game, it's about 30. That's a bad game. On a horrible game, when the AI's narrative is truly in 100% control, it'll come closer, and it'll come down to like the fourth quarter, like the last 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. I'll still win. But it's like every step of the way, every single thing that happens is dictated by the AI in a game like that when it comes that close. For me, all right, because I beat their asses so bad. So if it ever, if you come from beating computer's ass by 80 consistently, game after game, 50, 60, 70, 80, game after game after game, then it comes down to a game where you're not even playing a great team. You're playing a team that's probably worse than most of the teams that you beat. And it comes down to the last 5 minutes. That's to let you know that there's something is strange about that. You don't come from winning that by that much consistently to all of a sudden you damn near lost a game. That lets you know you're under the mercy and the control of the AI. They're influencing and dictating everything that happens. The AI decides if you can if you can run straight without any interruptions. Shit like that. It controls every little nuanced, little meticulous aspect of the game. All right, and it does little things to throw you off in such a way where it's not so obvious, but it is obvious when you know it, but it's not so obvious to where it's like, whoa, wait a minute, you got to go back to the drawing board and redo the whole game. All right, it's meant to be subtle, it's meant to be sneaky, it's meant to pretty much go unnoticed for the most part. Peace.